Going on, guys? Today we're going to be answering some questions, and you will see that whenever we actually answer the questions, this is not the same day. That's because the questions video that you were about to see, before that I made a video about gear, and it felt rushed, and I wanted to just redo the video and make a gear video in its entirety by itself, but I liked how the questions and all that kind of flowed, so we're gonna keep it. So this is just a quick intro for that. As soon as I can back up and get out of here, I can shut the camera off and I'll let you guys get into it. Alright guys, enjoy. Next up, right turn. Is this a right turn? I had to do the little L thing. I wanted to get left and right tattooed on my hand because I forget that. But I have a list here of some questions, and I'm just gonna randomly pick them. So Doom, this one, I see I see the scratch on your fairing. What happened, bud? All right, we'll finally tell this effing story. So basically what was going on the day I dropped my bike, I probably had, I don't know, less than 1,000 miles on it for sure, and it was the first time I was really riding in hot weather, and I wasn't used to it. I don't like to be hot. I have eczema or psoriasis, and whenever I get hot, my skin feels like there's a bunch of needles, and it just makes me really uncomfortable. And the road that I was on, it intersects like over a hill, like in the middle, and there's overhill, so it's blind, and it was on a hill, and I just didn't want to go over that. So I seen a driveway, and I went up over the driveway to back up, but coming down the driveway, it was up a hill, and then whenever I was backing up, it's kind of hard to explain, and there's a bunch going on for me right now with being on a new road, so maybe this isn't the best idea. But pretty much where I was coming out of, there was a storm drain that was like subducted in, you know, the ground even deeper. So there was like a hill there, and it was on a hill that was also on an angle that intersected with the major road. So I was coming down that, you know, kind of like a waddle pace, and the bike kind of caught in that downward grate, and I grabbed a fistful of front brake, and it caused the bike to kind of topple over like this, and I flew off the bike, and yeah, it sucked. But I think the only thing that helped me from scratching the bike even more than it already is because the bike kind of landed in that groove where the whatchamacallit was. And what really ticked me off too, I couldn't get the bike up because, like I said, it was on a hill. It fell kickside down, or it fell on the kickside stand, so I couldn't get it up. I had to put it in gear, and I had to move it back. Like, all this is going on at the same time while, you know, there's a bunch of cars and they're watching me. And what really ticked me off is across the street there's this dude who he kind of looked like Jeffrey Epstein, if I'm being honest. And, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, he's a fucking asshole, but at least he looked like the kind of guy that would help you pick up a bike. And he, you know, he just watched me do this whole fucking thing. And, you know, I got the bike up, and I actually had to go into his driveway to get myself situated. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be all right." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm fine. Like, thanks for the help." But yeah, that's pretty much what happened with the bike. I pulled off into a really crappy driveway, and coming back down, like I said, there's like a grate on a hill that was subducted at an angle, so it was like all kinds of the worst situation. And I ended up grabbing a fistful of brake, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that story. And then I dropped the bike, and I was very sad. So all right, another random question. How about this one? Oh, this is actually a pretty good one. Hi, do you listen to music when you're riding? If so, how do you do it? I do not listen to music when I'm riding, and I don't do it for a couple reasons. I don't listen to music while I'm riding because I'm too engaged with what I'm doing around me, and because I'm a new rider, I don't want to be distracted, nor do I think you should be distracted by music. It obviously takes away your audible sensors, and it also gets you in the zone. Trust me, I know. When I hear Hot Action Cop, you know, going down on it from the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 soundtrack, I will go 60 above the speed limit. I get it. So, you know, music is a powerful tool, and it can kind of put you in crappy situations. That's not why I do it. What you got there, brother? Lemonade. Appreciate you, fam. But it's I'm not stopping. I don't buy lemonade from strangers, just in mass product stores. Anyways, but you know, that's why I don't listen to music. How you would listen to music though, a lot of these helmets, they have little patches inside them that you can wire music to. I did try to put my AirPods in to try, and I couldn't. It wouldn't work. You do kind of have to have like a onboard sensor. Wow, that is crazy with these tires. I'm sorry, guys. You don't understand. Well, you might understand. It just felt bad. Now I can like really just like flick this mother effer around. Watch the profanity. But yeah, you can get Bluetooth systems that go into your helmet and stuff like that, and they do probably work nice. And I'm not saying that I would never get one. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me right now, I just don't think it would be a very good idea. There's just too much going on for me. There's just too much going on for me, you know. So that's why I don't. But you definitely can. Oh no. This one says, why do you say if you want to ride a 600, start on a 400 and not a 650? So I think this question came from, whoa, that's weird. That road is weird. It like slanted. I don't know. Anyways, oh, nice. What I was basically talking about is, and I might have spoken incorrectly if I'm being honest, because not everybody who buys a 400, one, wants to upgrade, or two, is in the mindset that they want to get a more aggressive bike. Some people just want, what is this? This is a donkey and turkey. I don't know. That's an interesting situation. And there was a parrot on her. Alright. I totally don't know what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so it doesn't mean that, you know, they want to necessarily upgrade or whatever. The reason I said that is because the 400 gets you into that body position, right? It allows you to get used to that body position, because the 650 has these higher handlebars and the 400 has the clip-ons, you know. But, you know, going for a 400 to a 600 is probably going to be like, I don't know, flying a Cessna to a Boeing 747. Hell, I'm probably going from a 650 to a 600 is like going from a Cessna to a Boeing 747. So maybe I was incorrect with that statement. You know, maybe, you know, you get the 400 and then after that maybe you get a CBR 500R, you know, and then you go from that. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really get into that because I knew that's not what I was trying to do. I don't want a super sport. I sat on a 636, you know, the 600, and I was blown away. One, it sits higher, it sits down, and you sit down like this. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I was uncomfortable sitting on it for 5 minutes. I can't imagine like actually riding it, you know. So, you know, that's what I kind of mean when I say to go with 400 if you want to go to a, you know, a 600. But then again, you know, maybe you can get the 650 and then you can get the clip-ons. You can do that. So now you're kind of used to the more power, and you're also in that aggressive body position, kinda. You know, it doesn't change the foot pegs or that weird angle or the height. So, you know, I don't know. If you do want to go to a 600 class, like a super sport class, do your research, you know what I mean? Me, that's not what I wanted, so I didn't spend too much time looking into that situation. So that's where we are with that one. Where do I want to go? I kind of want to go straight. So that's let's do another random question. Come on, pick one. Pick one. Oh my goodness. You see what we're dealing with here? Let's see, looking at getting a 650 to work, about 30 miles straight on the highway. Is this a good commuter bike, or will it be viable? Yeah, look, the 650 is such a comfortable bike. You won't have any issue being on it for a long, extensive period of time. That video I did when I went to Somerset County at the Flight 93 Memorial, that was like almost 2 hours one way, and I was fine. I mean, I do want to upgrade the seat a little bit, but you know, it's nice for the highway too, because the 650 has power in any gear. Like even 6th gear on the highway, you still have pull, so you can get away from any particular chipmunk, squirrel, any particular situation that you might come across. That was a nice little twisty, wasn't it? I like that one. I like that twisty. Hey, KLOR, sorry I couldn't wave at you. I was in the middle of a turn. I've never been on this road either. This is really nice. But yeah, you will be very comfortable. You're being those nice gears, so you get that perfect fuel economy. You'll be comfortable, like I said, and you have power wherever you need it, whenever you need it. So yeah, I think the 650 would be great for that. I thought he waved for a second, but I guess he did not. All right, let's do another question. Let's do 2 more questions if we can. What's this one? Oh, aggressive braking, because we're not paying attention, because we're doing too many things. Not good, not good. What's this? This is a twofer? Well, we'll do the first. No, this is kind of a twofer. How do you clean and chain? How do you clean your chain after or without a rear stand? So it's true, I do not have a rear stand, and it does suck. So basically, what I do after I wash my bike and I clean my chain, what I'll do is I'll take a cloth and I'll put it behind the chain so it's not getting anywhere, spray it, and then kind of rub it down like that, and then I'll keep it in neutral, and I will move the bike forward a little bit and repeat that same process. Yes, it's tedious. Yes, I know I just got to get a rear stand, and I actually had a decent paycheck, so maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that's basically what I have to do. And what chain lube do I use? I'm sorry, I really can't remember what the name of it was. This is interesting. I can't remember what the name of it is. I am sorry. I forget. I have failed you. But yeah, that's how I have to do it. I hold my hand with the chain and I just move it forward, move it forward. And it sucks. It sucks. So get yourself a rear tire stand. It'll save you a lot of time and energy. Let's try one more question. When you rev match, let me do this. See, this is one thing I don't like. There's too much going on. Those are little baby chickens. Oh my goodness. Those are little baby chickens. What is this? When you rev match, at the point, do you actually shift down during after? When you rev match, at what point? Okay, so basically, if you want to rev match, the whole idea of rev matching is getting those RPMs up higher. So how you pretty much rev match is, let's say we're going down here, clutch, blip, down. You know what I mean? So clutch, blip, down. Clutch, blip, down. So you're kind of just, and I was revving up the one time, so, but that's basically how you do it. You pull in the clutch, you blip the throttle, then you slowly release the clutch as you shift it down. Maybe we will do one more question and see what happens. This one says, why do new riders always try to get bigger bikes? Laughing face. Now this is actually isn't a question, this is more or less like just like a comment, and I wasn't entirely sure how to take the comment because, you know, I don't know if this person was saying they thought that I was thinking the 650 is a big, or maybe they thought the 650 was a big bike and don't get on it, or, you know, just in general, why do, you know, new riders always try and get bigger bikes. And I think a lot of it is kind of peer pressure. I think people, it's a thing, combination, I think, of peer pressure. Their buddies have something, so they got to get something, or they see MotoGP, and, you know, whatever the reason, they just get bigger bikes. But I'll tell you what, and I can't remember who said this, and I wish I could, but, you know, somebody said something really cool, and I really liked it. You know, you only get to do certain things in life one time. You know, when I was in college, I couldn't wait to get out of college. Now that I'm out of college, I want to go back. Same with high school. When you were in high school, you wanted to be out of high school in the worst possible way, and then you get out, and then you realize that it really wasn't all that bad, and the real world sucks. So whenever you get a bike, let's say I got this 650, when I got on it, it felt huge. It felt like the most powerful bike in the world. That crazy adrenaline, the crazy feeling that you get with it. I was on top of the world. And then things break down and you realize, okay, it's not that big of a bike. It's actually pretty light of a bike. The power's nice, but it's not all that. And then you get a bigger bike. And then what happens? You get that same feeling. Oh man, this 600, it feels like a beast. You go through the same process. Eventually, like, okay, you know, it's not that, you know, it's a powerful bike, but, you know, I'm used to the power, blah blah blah. And then you get the 1000, right? And then you get to have that feeling again. So you get to have that 3 times, and that's a nice feeling. Whenever you go straight for a 1,000-liter bike or a liter bike, you're going to only get that one time, and then that's it. There is no next level. You reach the top, and that's it. And honestly, you probably won't learn as much as you really should on the bike. You know what I mean? You have 1000cc, and, you know, that's it. You just have a big bike, maybe not the skills to back it up necessarily. So, you know, I do like the idea of getting smaller bikes because, like I said, you constantly get that. Let's say you started on a 300. You had those feelings, then you got, you know, a 500R, then you got a 600, then you got whatever's next. You know what I mean? You keep having those moments where it's a brand new thing. Again, if you just jump on a liter bike, then you only get that one time, and then that's kind of it. And it's sad because, like I said, once you're done, once you're capped, that's it. Like this, there is no more. You know what I mean? So enjoy the process of learning. Don't always think that you have to be the best off the bat. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not. I probably screwed up so much in this video, I'm hesitant to post it. You know what I mean? Because this is the first time I'm talking and doing this, but it's a learning experience, and, you know, it's fun. It's fun to learn. You will only do it once, you know, and when it's done, it's done. And it's you know, it's kind of sad in a way. You know, you never get that experience again. Until you start upping it, and then it gets dangerous and dangerous if that's by, you know, doing some crazy shenanigans. Here, which way is the sun? I'm not going that way. There's gravel. Here's this is interesting, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here because I think the video's already too long. I hope that this was all right. If it was, let me know. Shoot me a like, drop a comment. Again, comments help me know what I'm doing is right. So I really do appreciate everybody subscribing. I think we're growing pretty well. I really appreciate it, and I'm really excited to see how this all plays out, you know what I mean? So thank you so much for watching, and if you watched to the end, again, you know, drop a like, comment, share it, whatever. And yeah, just let me know if this was an alright video, and if you want to see more of it. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. I really do appreciate it. I will be talking to you guys later. Have a great day.